Hey guys, I'm Sakar, and today I wanted to go over how I got to Grandmaster on Marvel Rivals and kind of some tips that I would give for you guys as well. Now, I just wanted to start off by saying that this was my first ever time climbing a competitive ladder, so it was a very new and kind of difficult experience for me. I know that Grandmaster isn't the end all be all, but I feel like it's a pretty high rank, and I kind of wanted to help you guys out just with some quick tips because I know that a lot of people have their videos for, oh, do these tips. But I mean, I just wanted to give you guys, my experience and what I've seen and what I would give to you guys. I feel like some of them are outside the box, but I mean, not all. Some of them are probably going to be your standard typical ones. But overall, I want to just help you guys out. So real quick, before we get started, if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate if you could do so. We're just getting started with our Marvel Rivals content. So if this came up on your feed and you're watching at this point, I would really appreciate that. So first thing I really wanted to talk about is really flex where you can. And like if you're on a team full of like 4 DPS, and if you're a DPS character, look, I know that you want to play that DPS. I want to play DPS whenever I can because that's what I enjoy in this game. But if those other players on your team are being stubborn, guys, maybe for the best for getting that W, maybe just swap for that one match. And then, I don't know, play support, play tank, play something. But it's kind of, look, if you go 4 DPS, most likely that match is going to end one way, and we all know how that goes. So I know it's kind of difficult, and I know that you want to play your characters, the ones that you enjoy. I know that you guys want to be your Spider-Man mains and your Black Panther mains and your Psylocke mains, and I get it, all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it does help to flex. And if you can keep your team alive, that way they can, do some damage. That way, you can get that win at the end of the day. That's kind of what's important. At the end of the day, who cares what character you're on as long as you get that win, I know that, you want to play your main characters and the ones that you have fun, but, winning is kind of, the whole goal when it comes to comp in most of those matches. And then the next tip that I wanted to give is, I know this is a pretty standard tip, but I just wanted to say it because it's true, and it's learn characters from multiple roles. I have about 6, 7, maybe 8 DPS characters that I have learned that I'm pretty comfortable on. Support, I'm comfortable in about 3, maybe 4 different roles over there. And then tank, I know that they have like Vanguard strategist and all that stuff. I'm just gonna call them tank support DPS because that's kind of what I'm used to. And then for tank, I have a few that I'm comfortable with as well. So just kind of be comfortable in multiple roles, play those characters in quick play. That way you can learn them and understand how they work and the mechanics behind them, because multiple reasons for that. One, if you have to play that, and if it comes down to that, and if nobody's flexing, and if you're like, hey, I'm going to be the one to step up and flex, that's awesome. But it helps to know the characters that you're playing as well. So go into quick play, play those characters, play Doctor Strange, guys. Guys, if you're a DPS main, guys, learn Doctor Strange. I can't stress that enough. He's amazing, and he carries most matches if you're really good. So guys, learn him, learn some tanks, learn some supports. It's definitely worth it. I guarantee you guys, it will help your overall experience, and overall, it just helps your overall team synergy. There's kind of a morale boost when you're like, hey, or honestly, if you're just not playing well and you feel like this has happened to me multiple times. I am a DPS main, but there are games where I'm just not, I'm not doing anything. So I'll say to the tanks, I'll say to the sports, hey, do any of you guys play DPS? I can swap. I'm playing all play right now. Sorry about that. And a lot of times people will switch, and if you convey and you communicate to them, people appreciate that. And who cares about if people flame you or not? Like, dude, at the end of the day, this is just a game, so just enjoy it. Kind of be there for your team as well. It is a team game at the end of the day, so you can't carry every single match, but it does help to learn those characters in multiple roles. I definitely recommend that 100%. My next piece of advice that I wanted to give would be just to duo queue when you can. Solo queue is the bane of my existence, and solo queue is genuinely horrendous. I can't stress enough how awful it is. Find a partner to play the game with. And if you're telling me, hey, Sakar, I don't have friends that play this game, sure you do, you just haven't met them yet. Go into rank to play a few matches, and if you synergize well with people, talk to them. Be like, hey, guys, like, I would love to duo queue with somebody. I would love to make friends with people. Send friend requests out, meet new people. A lot of people on the internet that I've met through this game, they're happy to get that friend request, and they're happy to be like, oh yeah, let's play. Like, a lot of people just don't make the first move when it comes to sending friend requests and stuff like that. So guys, if you don't have anybody to play with, just reach out to people that in your matches, be like, hey, you know, I saw you did well. I did well this match as well. Would you like to group up and maybe we can continue that down the line? And a lot of times people either say yes or they'll say no. And if they say no, well, then you tried. And, you know, you go from there and then you find somebody else. So I feel like that is the best way to go with that. Guys, I can't stress enough. Duo queuing is, it makes things so much less stressful when it comes to queuing in competitive. It has saved me so much. I climbed so much more often when I was duo queuing rather than when I was solo queuing. This one time, guys, this is not an exaggeration. I was solo queuing and I went 0-9 at one point. And like, I was just losing, like losing, like every single match, back to back. I was 0 wins, 9 losses as a solo queue gamer. And it got to the point where I was just delirious. I was angry, but I was like, we're not stopping until we win. But at the end of the day, and then one of my friends got on and he was like, hey, do you want to play? And I said, you're goddamn right, I want to play. So we started playing, and then I went 3-9 for the day. So we ended up on a 3-game winning streak at the end. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to call it there. We cut our losses. So look, guys, that is awful. I do not recommend solo queue. Please, guys, for the love of God, if you can help it, duo queue when you can. That will help your climbing so much. I promise you 100%. And that kind of leads me to my next point, and that's going to be take breaks when you're on losing streaks. Like, guys, I have been in those situations where I have lost SR after SR after SR. I have lost matches over and over again. I have been on those losing streaks. Guys, I was 0-9 one day. You know what I should have done instead of kept on playing? After 3 or 4 losses in a row, just take a break. Take a break. I know your pride, your ego. I know it's difficult, but guys, take a break. Go into quick play for a little bit. Learn some other characters. Quick play is a great place to learn new characters, or honestly, just get your morale back. I mean, look, you go on your main character in some quick play. You try hard against some players that are just like not to the best of their abilities, and look, that gets your morale back, and you're just gaming. So, guys, trust me when I say, take breaks when you can. Like, it's not healthy to go on these losing streaks. I am saying that from experience. I am not saying that as somebody who's just like, oh, this is a general rule of thumb. No, I have learned that the hard way. Please, guys, take breaks. It is necessary. I can't stress that enough. Something else that I want to talk about as well is use your avoids. You can, at the end of every match, you can go to your recent players. It's on your friends list and to the left one tab, guys, and then you could see who you just played against, who is on your team. Guys, use your avoids. The amount of times, I'm not trying to like flame people, and I'm not trying to be that person that like blames everybody else, because there are matches where 100% the loss is my fault. I could have played better, but I didn't, and we ended up losing because I couldn't make good plays. But that being said, the amount of times that I've been on a team with like a 1-9 Spider-Man, I remember one time I had like I think I had a 1-12 Thor at one point, and I'm like, you know what? At that point, you just got to avoid, have them not be on your team for the foreseeable future. And maybe you just don't get them on your team, or even better, maybe they're on the other team next match. So then you get a free win for the most part. It is 100% the move. Use your avoids. Now, I just do want to emphasize, you don't need to be toxic about it, guys. You don't need to end those matches and be like, oh, I'm avoiding this person. No, guys, you don't need to do that. Just do it. Make your moves in silence. You don't got to tell them anything. Just back out of that match. If you lose a match, GG, go again, leave that lobby and just go again. But guys, just that's another thing that I wanted to say as well is, guys, it doesn't help anybody to be toxic. Like, dude, the GG easies and that stuff. Like, dude, I'm telling you, at the end of the day, this community, yes, it's very large right now because there's a lot of people that are playing this game for the first time. But I'm telling you guys, this community is going to get very small very fast. And if you're one of those toxic players that's like GG easy, like get right, like all that stuff, like, guys, you're going to be known very quickly and you're going to gain a reputation. I just wanted to say, be careful with the things you say. I just want to let you guys know that, because there are times when I see players on here where I'm like, oh wow, that was the toxic guy from the other day, and they're going incredibly negative. Why were they toxic in the first place? So to me, I definitely recommend, you don't need to be toxic in the game. It's really, this has been a weird experience for me, because like, as climbing a competitive ladder for the first time, especially on a game that just came out, I've seen the most toxic people in the world. And I'm like, bro, first of all, two things. One, this is just a game. So it's like, why are we getting all salty and butthurt and all negative and mean and rude and all nasty and all that stuff over a video game? And two, this game just came out. Do you expect people to be pros? Like, dude, this game's a month old. Do you expect people to be pros? Like, I don't get that. So I just wanted to say, I know it's difficult at times, but just have some compassion for people. Understand that people are still learning. Like, people are still trying to improve. Try to understand that, and just GG's, go again. That's really all you can do. So guys, those are just a few of the tips and just experiences that I had from grinding from, what is it, bronze to GM. And I'm trying to get even higher, but I'm just at that point where I was like, okay, GM's pretty cool. I feel like we can make a video on that and, you know, talk about our experiences. So guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you guys have any tips, please let me know as well, or just, you know, so that you can give them to other people as well. I would love to hear that. And again, if you're still here at the end of the video, liking the video is awesome. Commenting on the video is really cool. Helps us in the algorithm. And again, if you're not subscribed, please do so. We are trying. Look, we've got a huge goal this year for Marvel Rivals and just in general for this YouTube channel. I want to try and get close to 100,000 subs. I really think that plaque is so cool from YouTube, and we're at like 10,000 now. So we've got a long way to go. But if you're watching this video still at this point, subscribe. I would appreciate that. That'd be cool. So guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Later.